talk a little bit about the Chesapeake Bay, which is a vital national treasure, natural resource. It's also essential to have a clean bay if we're going to have a strong economy in the state of Maryland. It's vital to our tourism industry, to our watermen, to our boating industry. That's why decades ago, the 6 states and the District of Columbia got together with the EPA. We formed a compact. Senator Cardin asked you about this during your confirmation hearing about your support for the EPA's role with the Chesapeake Bay and making sure that we enforce the TMDL program, the Total Maximum Daily Load program. Here's what you said in response at that hearing. I'm quoting, "I really want to emphasize to you that process," meaning the process we've got with the Bay States, represents what should occur for states to join together and enter into an agreement to address water quality issues and then involve the EPA to serve the role it is supposed to serve is something that should be commended and celebrated. And as it relates to enforcing the TMDL, I can commit to you that, in fact, I will do so." That's what you said to Senator Cardin. I understand a little earlier today you referenced those conversations as an example of EPA's relationship working with the states. Can you explain how totally eliminating $73 million for the EPA's Chesapeake Bay program meets that commitment?
Senator, I really appreciate the summary you've provided. Senator Cardin and I did have very meaningful and good discussions through the confirmation process. And truly, the Chesapeake Bay TMDL is reflective of what is good about states joining together to address point source, non-point source pollution in the Chesapeake Bay. And I will say to you that as we go through this process, if this committee chooses to restore that funding, then that's something obviously we're going to implement and carry out our responsibilities. But even if it didn't happen, the EPA is going to work collectively with those states to ensure that that non-point source, point source related concerns of those 6 states in the D.C. area are addressed, no matter whether it's in the Office of Water or in other areas of the office through enforcement or otherwise.
Okay, but you would agree, would you not, that eliminating the EPA's commitment and role and funding would make it harder to achieve our goals?
My commitment and the agency's commitment to the Chesapeake Bay TDL is not changing and will not change. And as we go through this budget process, if it's restored, that's something that we obviously dedicate and carry out our responsibilities with the new funding or the funding.
I can assure you we'll work very hard to restore that. I can tell you the EPA cut to the Chesapeake Bay is the one thing that has united everybody in the state of Maryland across party lines and regional lines. Every member of the Maryland congressional delegation, Republicans, Democrats, and our Governor Hogan, Republican governor.
It's very hard to do. It's very hard to achieve that type of cooperation and collaboration.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked on similar issues from a state perspective with Arkansas,
Yeah.
and it's tough to get 6 states joined together to achieve that type of agreement. So I commend you for that. I commend the leadership in the 6 states, and please know you have my commitment. No matter what, we're going to do our work under the Chesapeake Bay TMDL to achieve the outcomes that have been set out.
Got it. Yeah, and I do want to point out that the federal government's role has been important from the start. I mean, this goes back to when people like Senator Mathias were here and others in forging that agreement.